The 5 tests every trader must pass. The market has always been more than numbers and charts. It's a mirror reflecting human nature. Whether it's 1925 or 2025, the emotions remain the same: greed, fear, hope, and desperation. Technology evolves, algorithms, screens, brokers, but the human element never changes. And that, more than any market crash, is what destroys traders. Before I ever placed a trade, I had a rule, a 5-step test. 5 questions that decided whether a trade deserved my capital, my energy, or my confidence. Because in this business, it's not about how many trades you make. It's about how many mistakes you avoid. Wealth doesn't come from constant action. It comes from patience, from waiting until the odds lean unmistakably in your favor. Let's talk about that test, the 5 questions you must answer before every buy. Test 1. Is the market trend in your favor? The first test is simple, yet most traders fail it. Never fight the trend. If the tide is going out, don't swim against it. The market doesn't care about your opinions or predictions. It moves with mass psychology. I remember sitting in bucket shops watching the tape. A stock would climb steadily, day after day, and the crowd would rush in, afraid of missing the move. But the professionals, the real operators, they were already in. They didn't chase, they aligned themselves with the trend. In a bull market, a rising stock has the wind at its back. In a bear market, every rally is a trap. So the first question is simple. Which way is the tide flowing? If you can't tell, stay out. There's no shame in waiting for clarity. Test 2. Is the stock showing relative strength? Not all stocks move the same. Some lead, others lag. I always looked for the leaders, the ones that refused to go down when the market hesitated. Those stocks carried real strength, real money behind them. When a stock rises while the market stalls, it's a signal something's happening beneath the surface. But don't rely on one day's move. Watch the story unfold on the tape. Strong closes, higher highs, volume on up days. That's accumulation. The professionals are buying quietly. So ask, is this stock stronger than the market? If yes, it passes the second test.
Test 3. Is there a clear pivot point for entry? Every good trade has structure. You can't just buy because it feels right. You must know where you're wrong before you're right. A true pivot point is like a compressed spring. Tension builds, volatility drops, and then it explodes. That's your confirmation. That's your signal. Wait for the market to show its hand. When the breakout comes, act decisively, but with your stop already in place. No exceptions. Define your risk before you place the order. Because without structure, you're not trading, you're guessing. Test 4. Is the risk defined and acceptable? Here lies the real secret of trading success. Control your losses. Predicting markets is overrated. Managing losses is everything. I've made and lost millions, and it was never the losing trades that broke me. It was the ones I refused to cut. A small mistake ignored becomes a disaster. It's not your thinking that ruins you, it's your refusal to admit when you're wrong. The market is always right. Your job is to align with it. Before every buy, calculate your risk. If it's too large, walk away. If you move your stop loss after entering, you're gambling, not trading. Survival first, profit second, ego never. Test 5. Is your mind clear and detached?
This is the hardest test. You can have the perfect setup, perfect chart, perfect timing, but if your emotions aren't under control, you've already lost. The greatest traders learn to stay calm, rational, almost cold-blooded. Not cruel, disciplined. Most traders fail not from ignorance, but from emotion. They want to be right more than they want to win. Before every trade, I'd ask, am I thinking clearly or reacting emotionally? If I was excited, I'd walk away. Excitement is not a signal, it's a warning sign. The perfect entry feels boring, calm, logical, obvious in hindsight, because emotion isn't driving it, discipline is. These 5 tests separate the operator from the speculator. Most traders chase movement. Professionals wait for alignment. Ask yourself before every trade, is the market trend clear and favorable? Is the stock showing strength? Is there a logical pivot point? Is my risk defined? Is my mind clear and detached? If the answer isn't yes to all 5, don't buy. Wait, the market isn't going anywhere. Opportunities never disappear, they just rotate. The amateurs chase, the professionals wait. The perfect entry isn't about luck or timing, it's about readiness. When preparation meets opportunity and discipline meets conviction, that's when mastery begins. Remember this. When you buy right, or don't buy at all. When you lose small. When you win, ride the trend until it stops. Because in the end, markets may change, but one truth never will. Discipline is your greatest edge.